So to start with, I looked at the publications on Maasai readers. I found three of them. I was able to access two, that is Hollis 2003 and Kipuri 1983. And here is where I collected readers that I included in the database. But I also searched and found that Sankan wrote something with readers in it in 1982. But I couldn't access this one. But so it's available um, online on Amazon, I think, or WorldCat. Yeah. Okay. My next slide is about documentation. I tried to do a phone interview at some of the Maasai speakers. I also talked to some who are in Dar es Salaam, but they don't really remember many readers, though they know that they are readers and they know the importance of readers and how that worked in the past, but they don't have memory of a number of readers on top of their heads. So this suggests that we may need some fieldwork in the future. To start with how the reader goes in Maasai, first, we have two types. We have simple readers. They are called oloyote. They're introduced by saying oyote, and then this means, are you ready? And then the answer is ewu. It literally means it has come. So any person who wants to respond or who is the audience and would want to encourage the riddler to keep asking riddles, they would say ewu. And sorry, the second type is called complex riddles. In Maasai, this is called ilangeni. It literally means those for the clever. It's complex because it's sort of descriptive, long explanation of the riddle. So it is opened by saying irangen, are you clever, right? And the respondents, if they respond positively, they say eh, and then the reader is asked or is posed. The word reader by itself doesn't include any other genres, though we will see in a moment that after a riddling session follows folklore, for example, legend, or some other stories, and some other games, as we'll see in a moment. Who can answer the riddle? Anybody in the audience can answer the riddle. And the responses, as I said, are ewo, if you know the answer, or simply silent if you do not know the answer. And then follows kind of a conversation about what do you award the riddler, or somebody asking the riddle. We'll see in a moment how it goes. So the context, in the community, as we may all predict, not much is being practiced. I couldn't actually get somebody who says riddling is still practiced in our culture, though they understand, they know, they can recall. For those who can recall, that riddling was really an important event or something to do in the evenings. So through that, you can see that the attitude is positive for Maasai speakers. They would really like to see that continuing, but it's not practiced. And it is not only considered to be something for children, it's actually a means to transfer knowledge to the young ones. So it involves adults and children, but rarely does this involve adults themselves. Who participate then? I've categorized three types of participants. Can be a mother and children in the evenings as they wait for for dinner. It could be warriors with girls. They in Maasai, the boma, the homestead with a lot of girls, young girls. Warriors keep to visit those homes to to riddle with girls, and among other games, they riddle and tell stories as a way of getting together in the evenings. But also you'll find those children who already know or can ask riddles, sitting together and ask riddles. Can be female or female, I mean, or male. So the setting can be outside, open space outside, or in the kitchen, or outside around the fire, and in most cases in the evenings. So the role of readers in Maasai, as I hinted earlier, is to transfer skills like what the Maasai people do, what they prefer their children to learn, and indigenous knowledge. It's also used as entertainment, and sharing cultural and traditional values. Um, as I said, it's no longer practiced. Why? Because we have formal education. Children are occupied by formal education, but also you find some homes they have TVs. Parents also, do not make time to, sit together with their children because of socioeconomic activities. Actually, life has changed. Now they are practicing farming, business, you know, as well as cattle rearing. So after readers, in most cases, you'll find that people continue so long as they have time to spend together, they continue with legend, folklore. We have another game called Engukoi, just playing with something. You have something, and then I don't know how to put it, but it's a kind of game that they play, as well as Isudori, a game of hiding, running in corners of houses and hiding and then looking for somebody, and such kind of games. The sequence, if yeah, as I said, if you know the answer, you say ewo, and then you say the answer, and then if you do not know the answer, or no member of the audience knows the answer, then you can give the person asking readers can give a cow, but it must be a good cow, a healthy cow. If you give them a skinny or a sick cow, they will actually reject and ask you to give a good bull, a healthy bull, a big one. Family members sometimes, if they want to joke among each other, so uh, you know a boy can tell another boy to take my sister, or yeah, take my brother. Yeah, just a kind of okay. A village or a place, a good place, so you can tell them if they have never been to Dar es Salaam, you tell them, okay, go to Dar es Salaam. If you tell them to go to Singida, they say, Singida is not a good place, I don't like it. So yeah. Turn taking, anyone can start a riddling session, and anyone in the audience can respond to the riddle. And this means it involves two people, two or more people, a group of people. Yeah, but they respect turn taking. That if somebody is asking a riddle, then they should wait until that person says, I have no more riddles, and then another one can pick and continue the riddles. So there's no fixed number of riddles in one session or for a session until you say all you have in your memory, and it's when one can pick from there, or you can end the session and do something else. Okay, a sequence. Yeah, as I said, memory guides the sequence and also the amount of riddles. There is no chance to guess the answer. You can't guess the answer, or you can't ask for clarification. So long as we say this is something that tests, your it's done to test wit, how much you're clever. So it's something simply to respond quickly, and you do not have much time to think or guess or ask for clarification or things like that. So if you don't know the answer, as I said, you give something nice to the, yeah, as I said, you can give a cow something. The language of riddles, as you can see in the database, there are some that are descriptive, declarative, interrogative. It's actually a mix. So you'd have different structures of riddles. Anything special, unusual? I think we need more readers to analyze this or conclude or say something about this. I'm not sure whether I can conclude or say anything at the moment, because yeah, we need actually to add some more readers to have a good analysis. I do not have readers that involve video phones in the database. Maybe there could be some, but not yet. Yeah, they can use proper names, person names, like a warrior, somebody popular, but also, a lazy guy, somebody with a unique character. So they can make some kind of, figurative or imaginary kind of description. Can be a metaphor, a simile, or even attributing some personal attributes to things, and uh, you know giving the attributes of the person you would want to describe, or to something that you would want to describe. Yeah, and that way. So as we classify or we analyze the structure, you can have a descriptive question with a short answer, a question with a short answer, a descriptive riddle, the descriptive kind of phrase as the answer. So that's a quick observation of how riddles are structured. Figurative, or logic or imagery. I found some riddles use metaphor or some kind of analogy. They also use simile or comparison. Some things, common things, are personified. They are given human attributes, like cows, or yeah, animals in general. They are given personal attributes, but also things can be given animacy properties or features as they make their riddles. Semantic domains, they actually have, random classes of things that they talk about: body parts, cattle, or products from cattle, people, land. So you can't actually group in a refined classes of semantic. So this is just an example of a riddle where it says, just for English translation, a place where no one ever settles, and if one did so, there would be crying. And this is an eye that, an eye is, nothing settles there. And if you get anything into your eye, you find tears falling down. Yeah, warriors and girls used to ask sexual riddles as a way to develop or create environment for intimate relationship. As we know, girls and warriors get together and make friends. But that's the end. That's all I have as, yeah, as a presentation.